Okay, so I'm back doing a story time video. I'm very excited to tell this story, but also very nervous because I have thought about telling this story for such a long time, but I've just kind of been scared to tell it, just because I know there are a lot of people involved in this video that know that I do YouTube, and it's always something that's put me off. But it's been quite a few years since this happened, so I thought I could finally tell the story. And I look back at it now and I laugh at it, so I feel like hopefully you can do the same what I went through. So yeah, 2 disclaimers I think I should say before actually getting into the story. Number 1 is I'm obviously not going to say the name of this person. I'll call him, let me think of a name, I'll call him Matt. So this person's called Matt, obviously it's not his real name. And second thing is I have no bad blood, like I don't feel any hatred towards this person anymore. I never did anyway, but like I'm not like that, I don't really hold grudges or anything, but yeah, it's over now, it's done with. This happened quite a few years ago. But I just to kind of clarify that, like obviously I'm not making this video to be like, oh my god, look what this person did to me. That's not this type of video. It's just a story time video. Just thought people would find this quite funny, so this is what I'm going to be telling, how I basically found my like school crush on GRINDR. So going back quite a few years ago, I'd say to the end of like 2012, this guy called Matt, I had quite a big crush on him. It was kind of like one of those, you know, it's literally a school crush, like, oh, I kind of fancy that guy kind of thing. That's literally what it was. Sorry, I just knocked my camera. That is literally what it was, and that's kind of all it was, really. You know, every time I see him I would get those like butterfly feelings, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'd say like the end of 2012 I was obviously still in school, and then it kind of like carried on, like just thought, oh yeah, I still like him, you know, there was no one else I really fancied. I was only probably like 14 at the time, so you know, I wasn't really looking for, obviously not really that age, I wasn't looking for a relationship or anything like that. It was purely just a crush. Anyway, fast forward then, when I left school in 2014, we actually ended up going to the same sixth form. Now obviously you're a bit older, I was sort of 16, 17 at the time, and then obviously when I left college, yeah, sixth form, when I was, yeah, I was 17, nearly 18 when I finished sixth form. So yeah, so we went to the same sixth form, and I still had a crush on him. Like, I don't ever think really those feelings go away. He was my first like proper, really, like I really did like him. Like they were hot, they were feelings and they were there, like I couldn't make them go away. I couldn't help it, I just liked him so much. He was, to me, he was like the best guy ever. Like he was so nice. Like, to be fair, he was a good friend to me. Like through all of this we were still friends. Like he was a good friend to me. He was very kind, caring, and you know, I thought he was cute looking, blah 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 blah. Anyway, yes, we were in sixth form together, and that's when I kind of knew it wasn't just a crush, like I actually kind of did have feelings for him. So I don't really know whether he knew I liked him in school. I can't really remember, to be honest. But when I was in college, I keep calling it college sixth form, it's the same thing. I basically kind of asked him out and he said no, and I am heartbroken. I'm joking. Actually, to be fair, I was quite heartbroken just because of how long I'd liked him for, and as I said, he was my very first proper really like someone. So yeah, I then obviously left college, and I wasn't really looking for anyone. I said I was like just probably turned 18 at this point. I was off to university, and you know, I was gonna make a fresh start, like some more people, blah blah blah. Anyway, it was when I was in my first year of university. If you didn't know, I went to university in 2016. I would say I probably probably from the end of 2012 to the end of 2016. So I would say for a good 4 years I liked him, which I know sounds crazy when you say that aloud, like, oh my god, I liked a guy for 4 years. I did, and it was a part of my life, and I can't change that. I don't regret it. You know, he was really nice to me at the time. Yeah. People could tell me, you know, you could have moved on earlier, you know, met someone else. I know I could have done, but I didn't. So I went to university in 2016, or started like September 2016, and I did media production for 2 years. So I was in my first year doing media production, and I still liked him a bit. Well, I don't think it was probably as bad as when I was in like sixth form, but those feelings were still there. As I said, like, you can't turn your feelings off like a tap. That doesn't happen. So yeah, continually liked him a little bit in university, and then it happened that some friends, say friends, we're not actually friends now, but I was friends with them in first year. They also knew Matt, so because they'd been to my sixth form as well, so they sort of knew him as well, and we all sort of took like similar subjects. So basically my friends who knew Matt knew I liked him still, and they kind of, like, so many people who knew I liked him said to me, Beth, do you think, you know, he might be gay? And I was like, no, he's not. I think I mean, obviously you never know, like, I couldn't be like, that person's gay, because you never know. And just to clarify, there is nothing completely wrong with that, you know. I support and I love people who are, and I would have been very, very happy for him. I just want to clarify that as well. Like, even though I liked him a lot, obviously, you know, now it's just over 2 years later, and obviously I've clearly moved on, and it didn't take me that long to actually, I thought I was going to be heartbroken for a very long time after finding this bit of information out, but I actually wasn't. Anyway, I'm skipping ahead. Yeah, so these friends who knew him also did, like, loads of people told me, like, Beth, maybe that's why he won't go out with you. And I was like, no, he just doesn't like me like that. He won't go out with me because he doesn't like me in that way, blah, blah, blah. Even though I still carried on fancying him. And then I wasn't really speaking to this Matt, even though we'd been friends through school and through college. For some reason he just didn't really want to be friends with me, and that's completely fine. I get it, it's fine, but he just wasn't, like, I would message him, he wasn't replying to me. Gosh, I hate people who don't reply. It just really irritates me. And you know, all I did was ever care about him. Like, that's all I ever did. I really did care about him deep down, even if we were still just friends. All I ever did was care about him. And he obviously knew I still liked him, and that's probably why he didn't want to be friends with me, because, you know, let's be honest, he probably wouldn't want to be friends with a girl who fancied you when you knew that you were gay. Yeah, so I just continued my life in first year university in 2016, and then one of my friends who I was talking about from my first year of university had a friend who was on GRINDR and saw Matt on GRINDR, and obviously my friend, it's probably easier if I actually make up names of these people in it, because this is probably, like, really confusing. Okay, so I'm going to call the girl who found Matt on GRINDR, I'm going to call her Becky. So Becky found Matt. Well, she didn't find Matt. one of her friends who was on GRINDR, one of Becky's friends who was on GRINDR found Matt on GRINDR, and like she must have been like with him. I don't actually quite know how she found out, but anyway, this Becky, who I'm no longer friends with, told me that Matt is on GRINDR, and I was just like, I really, really vividly remember this day. I was sat with my flatmates and in my kitchen in my flat in first year, and they were, oh my god, they were honestly so supportive. I love my flatmates. I've talked about them many times before. But yeah, she had to tell me, and I was pretty upset. I wasn't like upset. I think it was just because I was happy for him, and I'm happy he could, you know, come out and be himself. But you know, it's pretty upsetting when you've liked someone for a very long time and then you find that information out. It's just a bit gutting, and I think anyone who's watching this, you probably feel the same if you're in my situation. So anyway, I did message him and I said, you know, I've just found this information out, you know, I'm very happy for you. You know, I said I wish you could have spoken to me, you know, I would have been there for you, I would have been happy for you, you know, I would have been there as a friend. At the end of the day, we were friends, so, you know, I said, you know, I would have been very happy for you, and I still am happy for him. I hope he's doing well for himself at the moment. But he never replied to that, and I literally haven't spoken to him really since that day. Back in, I think it was like the end of 2016, maybe the start of 2017. And yeah, so to confirm it though, because some people might have been like, what if this person was lying, what if he's not? Don't worry, we checked. I got my friend Lucille, I'll say her real name because obviously me and Lucy are still very close now. She actually made, these are proper friends guys, she made a fake account and yeah, he was on there. So yes, that is basically the story. As I said, you know, I haven't really spoken to him since then. Obviously I've moved on. That happened, as I said, like 2 years ago now, so I'm pretty much okay. It took me, I'd say, probably like a month though to actually feel okay about it. I think I felt more hurt because I'd lost a friend more than anything. You know, he was a good friend to me and I'd lost that friend, so I think that's what I felt hurt about, not the fact that I found him on GRINDR. So yeah. I said, yeah, I quickly moved on after that, and yeah, I feel like this is why I could actually tell the story now. If I had been like really hurt by this, I don't think I would have been able to tell it, but I'm fine about it now. It's nothing, I can look back at it and laugh, to be honest. But yeah, I think moral of this story is listen to your friends, because they know. Your friends will know. And I didn't listen to them. I was just blinded by love, really. And yeah, so that is the story about how I found my crush on GRINDR. And yeah, as I said, you know, I do wish him the best. I have no bad blood there. But yeah. I think I must have been 18. I was 18 when I found out, so yeah. It was a big chunk of my life though. Obviously I did like him for 4 years, you know, that's a long time. But you know, I feel like this is always my motto. I don't like to have any regrets in my life, so I don't regret liking him because that's how I felt at the time, you know. And you can't help who you like, and you can't help your feelings. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this story time, had a little laugh at my expense. Let me know if anything like this has happened to you, make me feel a bit better about myself. But yeah, if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up and leave me a comment below about any other funny stories you may have about your love life, because, you know, I said, please make me feel better. Please make me feel like I'm not the only girl who's gone through this. Also don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I do make weekly videos. If you would like some more story times, I have a lot of stories up my sleeve, so please let me know. And yeah, I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in my next video. That's love. Bye. Mwah.